If you've been living under a rock, Oliver Smith has an Omega boutique up in Aspen, and we have been pumping out content in Omega, and I'm so excited. It has been one of my all-time favorite brands. Little perspective here. My first nice watch was an Omega, and I still have a piece of it with me. It is my keychain. The original dial from this watch. The watch is long gone, but the original dial from this watch is my ball marker when I play golf. So we've been into Omega for an awfully long time. And today we are going to tell you the differences between the kind of old school Seamaster and this new school old school Seamaster.
Yep.
I think for most of us, the first of this retro old school new school was the No Time to Die in titanium.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first one where you saw the aluminum bezel come back. You saw a lot of the styling cues that we now kind of take for granted as the retro. I'm gonna go with that. The retro Seamaster.
Yep.
Tell us about the other differences.
So basically the other differences between the new style and the old style. You'll notice that on the dial there's a wave pattern difference, right? So on some of the new ones it's a tighter wave design compared to like the bigger wave design, or there's no waves on the new one. Another thing is going to be the case. So the case is slightly thicker on this new design, but it's mainly in the crystal, so you don't really see it on your wrist.
Yeah, it's funny because to me it actually wears closer down.
That's it's just really the dome crystal, to be honest with you. So don't really, I mean, it's like a 0.2 millimeter difference or 2 millimeter difference or something like that.
But watch guys, we 2 millimeters is a lot.
And then probably my favorite difference is going to be the bracelet. Wearing one around for a little bit, that mesh bracelet is so comfortable to wear compared to the old style link bracelets. As you know, it's kind of hard to find the right area on these link bracelets. So,
I love the bracelet in theory. In practicality, for me, I have not been able to make it work.
Really?
Yeah, my 2 cents. It's one of those things where on the old school bracelets, Speedmaster bracelets, particularly the new ones, smaller links, you have half links, and then you have a little bit of a slider in the clasp.
Yeah,
so
right.
Between all those, we all tend to ebb and flow during the day. I can keep that one comfortable.
Yep.
I have tried on the 60th anniversary Bond, which I like a ton. That watch is amazing. It's
awesome.
But for me, I'm in between holes.
Gotcha.
So what I've been able to do is like I'll put it on in the morning and it's kind of tight, and then I have a period of the day where it's like, okay, this is okay, and then there's just no in between. So again, just my 2 cents, and that's my experience with it. As always, half the reason our story exists is for you to come on down and try stuff on and make your own opinions.
Exactly.
That's just my 2 cents on the bracelet.
Probably the last thing is going to be the bezels. You can get actually aluminum bezels. So if you're a big like 5-digit reference guy,
aluminium,
if you're Australian. But if you're into like the 5-digit references from Rolex and you like the old aluminum bezels, you will like this new 300 meter because there's some versions that have the aluminum bezels. So
and having a lot of it myself, I like patina.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And an aluminum bezel, it's going to scratch, it's going to fade.
Yep.
I love that. These watches do stuff with you. They want to go on adventures with you, and I mean, I've got scars.
Yeah, it tells a story. It gives the watch character. It makes it yours, right? So it's like it's telling your story, which is even better.
I love that.
Yeah.
Real quick, we want your watch. If you have a watch for sale, please reach out to our team, oliversmithjeweler.com. Our team is probably Ryan and or myself. So if you want to know what your watch is worth, if you're curious, we are here to help you navigate that. And frankly, it helps us out immensely, especially in this tariff-torn world we're in right now. Yes. It is the best way for us to get product to sell back to you. So please sell us your watch. And I gotta say, for me, on the older model, I really liked their advancements in dial and bezel over the years. Yeah. We talk about it all the time, and I don't mean to make the analogy, but from like a 5-digit reference sub to like the modern sub, you go, okay, I see where it's been improved. And if you still like the old stuff, you still like the old stuff.
Right.
So this is the improved model. The dial, the gloss dials, that's the ceramic dial, right?
Dial, yeah.
And I love that. I think it really makes for a cohesive look. There are some shiny spots. The dial's glossy, the bezel's glossy, a little bit more high polish overall. So they've definitely toned all of that down when it comes to the new stuff.
Correct, yeah. So you have more of a matte finish on the aluminum bezels compared to the high gloss of the ceramic bezels. Kind of same thing with the dial, to be honest with you. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stark differences between the two. So it's kind of depending on your personality. You want something that's really going to flash, or do you want something that's going to be a little bit more toned down?
So comparing and contrasting, cases for both are 42 millimeter. The new one is just slightly thicker, like you said, but it's like 0.2 millimeters. It's not enough you'd really even eyeball or wrist. The movement movements are very, very similar, but there's a couple of small differences.
You have an 8800 and an 8806 movement. Basically, it's a date or no date movement. Everything else is essentially the same. Both movements are going to be master chronometers. Both are going to be resistant to 15,000 Gauss. Both will be shock resistant and then obviously waterproof to 300 meters.
And they all maintain probably the most useful function in any of the Seamasters is the helium escape valve.
Don't want that exploding off your wrist when you go down 300 meters. And if you're more of a practical guy, you'd probably go with the older styling just because it does have that date feature. So, you know, you look down, you're doing work that day, you have the date. Now, if you like more of like a symmetry feel, like, you know, you just really want everything to be the exact same, you're probably gonna be more of the new school 300 meter. Just because, you know, who cares what date it is, you know? It's more of your vacation watch.
Gosh, and I will say the older I've gotten, the less dates I have on my watches. It's very strange. It's that little thing like, who cares?
Who cares? Another thing to say.
I will say I love both. Having watched this one grow up from its early ETA bases, like the one I had, the first bonds, the early aluminum stuff, all the way to now, my heart still kind of goes here. I love this watch. I wish that bracelet fit me better.
Yeah.
But I would do it on a NATO. I would do it on a leather strap. I mean, there's so many other opportunities with this watch as well because I love that old school feel to it. It just really gets my nostalgia going.
No, absolutely. I like certain versions of this, but I feel like I'm more of a new school guy. I do like the mesh bracelet. I do feel like it fits really, really well.
Speaking of versions, all of these are available in everything Omega does.
Yes.
This is core product. And when I say core product, man, it's like, think of a dial, think of a metal. They probably do it. Yes. If you go to the website, it is page after page after page, and I love them for that. There is a watch for everybody. This is an all-encompassing brand. You could do an entire watch collection and never leave Omega, and I love them for that. So if you have a chance, check out the website. Even better, if you have a chance, check out our website. We are an authorized dealer for Omega up in Aspen, but we're happy to answer your questions down here in Scottsdale as well. We have stores in Aspen, Colorado, 2 in Scottsdale. We have here at Scottsdale Fashion Square. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. I cannot tell you how much it helps us. Even better, share. We're hovering right around 20,000 subscribers right now. Man, I'd love to double that by next year.
Yeah.
So if you can help us out with that, we really appreciate it. And God, thank you guys so much for your time. We really do appreciate it.